and that'll be awkward. I've done that before. Remember looking over midway through Dreamtowns one time and I'm like, I'm not even on the right scene. Taking a nap before stream, I woke up just in time, but I really feel like going back to sleep. Rosie, that's a mood. I'm very tired today also. Hey Brandon, welcome on in. I am very tired today, but that's okay. That's alright. So this is the most recent thing we did last time. We put our Nook's Cranny into position. If you guys would like to see the comparison, by the way, I do actually have it somewhat set up today. Obviously it's not the same store, but this is kind of what we're trying to replicate to a certain extent, so. Hey Jessie Cat, how's it going? Welcome on in, you guys. I'm probably gonna work on the path a little bit here. I don't think it looks quite the way I want it at the moment. So I can't reply to everyone individually. I'm really lazy right now. No worries, it's all good. It's all good. I have a feeling we're gonna have a nice lazy stream today. That's just kind of the vibe I'm getting, and I am low-key here for it. Bunch of cleaning errands this morning. I think I outdid myself. Last night after stream, may or may not have had the organizing itch, so Mike and I kind of we didn't like move everything in my room. We moved around some shelves and some tables and stuff. And I know I'm not on camera today, so you guys can't really see, but I did change, you know, some things in terms of my background, so you guys will hopefully see that. Maybe tomorrow, whenever I feel like being on camera again. Yeah. Can I go underneath this? That's like a no-no. Okay. That's actually really awkward. Alright, well that's alright. We're trying. In my defense, I don't have groceries yet, so I need to get lunch out. Mentalin, are you like moved in right now? Like you're actually there and all set on moving? Nothing wrong with being a bit lazy. Heck yes. Moving in and working on unpacking. Oh, okay. Oh, you're moved in, sorry. Alright. Well, that's good. I hope that everything goes well. Okay, so we are gonna bring it up to like here. It kind of goes beyond the shop in our reference picture, so I'm gonna try to replicate that, but it's not gonna look quite as good, I don't think, which is unfortunate. It's 42 today. Rosie, that might have something to do with it. Just maybe. Hey, Lisan, thank you so very much for that 37-month resub. My goodness, thank you. I hope that you've been well. And welcome on in. How's your day treating you? Heard that people aren't going to be streaming on September 1st. Yeah, so if you guys have seen, there's been a lot of just absolute nonsense happening on Twitch recently, in terms of hate raids and just general bullying from people who have nothing better to do, I guess. And Twitch hasn't really done much about it thus far, so people are going to be not streaming on that day to try to bring awareness to it and get Twitch's attention. So yeah, that is a thing. That is indeed a thing. I think it's an important thing. I don't like this section over here, because it is scary. It is scary that that sort of stuff is going on and is going unchecked, essentially. Oh, it's looking amazing. Thank you. I'm really happy. It's getting somewhere at least, you know? That's kind of like my mentality at the moment. We're making some progress. Oh, whoopsie. Yeah, Brandon, it's unfortunate that that's even like the expectation almost, but I guess we'll see. There we go, and we're gonna bring this up here. But yeah, how's everyone's Saturday treating you? Those who are just joining us. I hope your day's going well. go. RJ, as far as I know, yeah. Okay, so this isn't exactly what I wanted, but I feel like it's better than nothing. You haven't Random, why are you not sleeping? I was telling Red and Andrew to go to bed yesterday. Apparently I should have been telling you to go to bed too. Jeez. I will start telling people to go to bed. Don't at me, I will. Oh, that's the entirely wrong button. This button, there we go. Oh, why not? Got my father's groceries this morning, so it's going good so far. Is that bug alright? Alright, that bug's fine. It was having a moment. And your dog's sitting till Thursday? Went to bed before the UK friends did. You guys were like really up yesterday. Alrighty. So this area is looking decent. I think what- oh, I forgot to remove the- That's fine, we'll leave it. I forgot to remove the bridge last time, it looks like, so we're gonna have to do that because we want to redo this section. It just wasn't sitting right with me. I might actually make this a little bit wider as well. Want to stick around to the end of the podcast, so I appreciate that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys missed it, by the way, I have to send the file over to Rosie, but we will be uploading that at some point. Some kind of magic power the second the clock hits 9 PM, I start falling asleep. But yeah, if you guys missed it yesterday, we did our second episode of the Comfy Couch Chat podcast. We talked about nostalgic things, we kind of got a bit into like, you know, streaming and stuff. And it was fun. It's always good fun, to be honest. Go. So we're just gonna widen this by a little smidge here. Hurt my back a couple days ago, so that sucks. Oh, I'm sorry about that. That's never any fun. Hopefully that heals quickly. Doesn't cause too much pain. I know I've only ever done one thing to my back, and it was not a fun time. It was very painful. So, a lot of respect for back pain. Can I not get that space? There we go, that's what I thought. I'm trying to do every other square, but it's like more difficult than it looks with without an indicator. And I always end up going every 2 squares. But yeah, and then this morning I spent a little bit of time organizing my consoles, organizing my controllers, because your girl has too many, and that went pretty well. Everything got nice and cleaned up and dusted and stuff, and I no longer have a puddle of controllers on a shelf. Instead, they're nice and organized, and it's just the ones I use frequently, and like, you know, it's not as bad anymore. There we go. That river was just feeling just a little bit too narrow. That's better. Also, we need to talk about what we're playing on Monday, since we finished Littlewood. I keep going back to my time at Portia, and I probably shouldn't because that's going to be a long-winded game. But my mind keeps going back to that one, so maybe there's a good reason for that. Minesweeper. Mike says Skyrim fishing. Did you guys see that Skyrim's getting an anniversary update, and it's also, like, as an additional thing, it's adding in fishing? I saw that and I got excited. Work is a lot of walking. Hopefully it'll be better by the end of next week. Fingers crossed. I saw that when Itzy posted it. I'm interested. It had me at fishing, to be honest. Like, I'm very, very easy to please. Just give me fishing in a game and I am a happy camper. Okay, I forget how many spaces I need for this. Oh god, I've already messed this up. Wait a minute. Give me a second. Okay, so there's 2. Let me get rid of these. Hey, Kirsty, how are you doing today? Welcome on in. Okay, I think that'll be enough for the bridge. Hopefully. Yeah, KK is in town today. Yeah, I saw him earlier. Maybe we could listen to some KK later. We haven't done that in a while. That could be something we could do. Sonic Adventure has fishing. Sonic Adventure also has a horrible boss fight that I never ever ever want to repeat. I actually, random, I've not considered breaking a controller since I played Epic Mickey. And now that Sonic Adventure game has that designation as well. I'm just putting it out there, I'm just saying. I've not wanted to break a controller since Epic Mickey. And that Sonic game made me consider it. I think I've done this wrong. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. Voice is just so calm and wholesome. Thank you for saying so. My goodness. I appreciate that. I hope you're having a good one. And if anyone in here is just joining us, by the way, welcome on in. My name is Crystal. We're currently working on our Animal Crossing GameCube themed island. We have an Animal Crossing GameCube town that we've been playing occasionally on stream, and we're trying to recreate the map from that, give or take, as best as we can. So it's going. We're very, very early on. Things are a little bit weird looking so far. But that's okay. We'll get there. Also, hoi Sandra, how are you doing today? Oh god, my bad. Welcome on in. Okay, so that is looking a little bit better. Dare I say, just a little bit. Parkus is going well, thank you! At the moment, we're kind of just like in this process of like needing to move villagers around, needing to move buildings around, but for the most part we're actually doing pretty good here. It's not such an intensive build, maybe. Next annoying boss adventure, and the one that jumps to mind is Big when he fights in Chaos 6. So like the fight is annoying because you're using that character, maybe? Or how many bells do we have on us? No, none. Okay, fair enough. Love the swimming and diving. Yeah, I'm glad that they fixed it from New Leaf. I wasn't really a big fan of diving in that. Kim, thank you so very much for the 39-month resub. So very much appreciated. How are you doing today? Welcome on in. And thank you guys so very much, by the way, for putting that love in chat. That does mean the world also. Thank you. I actually meant to go to my house. I was like, why am I in here again? What am I doing? Sorry, Boots. I got stuck. Really random, but I thought I'd mention just in case. Episode 5 is missing. Uh-oh. Okay. I will check on that. Hopefully I remember. Thank you for letting me know. Chances are it's uploaded. It's just not in the playlist. I don't think Random's life goal is world domination anymore. It's to convince Crystal to play more Sonic games. That wouldn't surprise me either. Okay, let's see. So we were trying the bamboo thing last time to try to recreate the bushes. It didn't work, unfortunately. There was like too many issues with that. Which is really unfortunate because it would have looked really nice. Big Fight is annoying because you're basically trying to fish Froggy out of chaos, but it's finicky, so it could take somewhere from 5 seconds to 6 minutes. Oh, of course. Catching the scorpion. Yeah, the scorpion tarantula are pretty gross. World domination is a multi-step plan starting with getting people to trust me through Sonic. Random, is it really like that good of a plan though if you're divulging it? Like, you know, you're having your evil monologue right before you do your big thing and then the plan's ruined. Let me, I don't think I have a map thing set up yet here, so give me just a second. I'll set up the map, so you guys can kind of see what we're trying to do here. Okay, there it is. So this is the map of Lily Dirt, give or take. This is actually from an older episode, so like I think Chow hasn't moved in, like we're missing some villagers sort of situation. But that's alright, we can sort that out. So I'll put this one up here a bit so we can compare maps maybe. Finish my lunch, now I realize I have to actually keep doing things. Oh no! Oh, that's a mood though. Alright, give me 2 seconds here, I'm just gonna make it look pretty. It would have been more fun, I feel like, if we had had a 3-tier map, but then the area around our train station couldn't have trees and stuff above it, so I guess it kind of, you know, worked out, but also didn't work out. There we go. Don't mind me. Oh god, what have I done? There we go. And we're gonna do one of these. I feel like there was something I wanted to tell you guys, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. Oh wait a minute. That doesn't work out, does it? There we go. Something like that, maybe? There we go, and we'll make that a little bit smaller, just so you guys have a vague idea of like what we're doing here. That's not a really good border, but it's okay. Ooh, wake up Tink, what do you want me to wear? But the same villagers from LilyBelle to Lily Dirt. So the issue with that is villagers in Animal Crossing GameCube will move out on like the flip of a dime. Like they'll just leave without warning. So I can't really have all the same villagers without, you know, eventually having to play catch up with them, which isn't going to be so fun. So I probably won't, but what we're going to do is we're going to have our favorites probably from Lily Dirt. So any villager who's been in Lily Dirt that's a favorite of ours, we'll probably try to incorporate them somehow. A purple theme? Okay. And this should now... There we go. Okay. Let me go change. Also hydrate, thank you. Oh. Right. That's the annoying part. I forgot about that. I wish I'd just give you the option to turn off the building mode and then turn it back on when you're done changing. There we go. Much better. Also, tell me a story. What sort of story do you want to hear? Okay, purple. Let's do... Well, I mean, I have a purple this, but I'm assuming you want something entirely different. I could wear a purple cat shirt. I got that. Purple. About an adventure. I had something kind of scary happen in Mexico. I was only thinking about this recently because I told Mike after years because I didn't want him to worry about it when I was actually experiencing this situation. I'm trying to see if I had any like straight up easy options. Lilac hoodie. Let me see if I can see what you're talking about here. I'm sure it's good. What about the purple vampire shirt? Oh, this one? We could go with that. I was thinking more clothes for this temperature, but I'm cool with this. If you have any idea on pants, let me know. But yeah, my story for Mexico was we were going in groups. It was through work. So there was like groups of like 3 or 4 of us that were traveling per day versus all of us going at the same time and being out of office. So when we landed in Mexico, we were meant to be picked up by a shuttle like bus service, and they were meant to have our names and stuff already. And there's some purple shorts. Let me see here. Does this work? I look silly and I love it. Pretty much, long story short, my friend and I both thought we heard our names being called, when in reality, I don't think we actually did. And we got on the wrong shuttle and we wound up somewhere really random in Mexico. And it was low-key a bit scary. But we got eventually dropped off at the right location, but it was a little bit tense for a moment there, so that is my adventure. It was horrifying, but also Mexico was so much fun. But that part, not so much. So much so that I didn't tell Mike. I just, like, I'm like, yep, we landed safely, we got to the resort, and that was all I told him. We're gonna skip over that middle section. Oh my god. Should I? No. Got purple shoes like this. I look fabulous. Little bat wings. These are kind of pink though. Is this good? Do you want anything else? Let me know. Yeah, lost in a different country pretty much, yeah. And like it was good because we were with, like, you know, I was with 3 other people from the company, but at the same time it was like, sneakers look good? Okay. There you go. You know, you never know. Random. Yeah, no, it was a bit scary. So I part of me wonders, because I think we took a ride from someone else's, like, thing. So someone else with a name similar to mine and similar to my friends probably got left at that airport, and, like, that would have sucked. So, you know, that's the thing. I hope that they got to their destination safely as well, but... Right, so Boots, I do need to move him. Maybe we can move him first. That'll be the first thing we do here. Crystal. Yeah, it was weird because they're calling out 2 names, and I think they just sounded very similar to my name and to my friend's name. Hogwarts had a purple house. You totally fit in. I would. Right now, I don't know exactly where I'm meant to fit in, but we'll take it. Okay, so let's move Boots here. It's such a luck. It is indeed. It is indeed. Okay, so let's move oh god. Oh, there we go. Move Boots. And I think the place we're gonna move him into is kind of where, oh god, who lives there? I think it's Cookie and someone else lives in this area. Thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Welcome on in. Backup failed again. I managed to get a third-party software to make the backup instead of the general Windows stuff. Wish me luck. Rosie, I really hope it goes well. I know you've been dealing with that for a while. Me having played ACNH only for 4 days. Oh my goodness. I hope that you're really enjoying it though. Yeah, we I really kind of went hard on the turnips and like the stock market at the beginning when the game first came out, and I'm kind of still riding my bells from that, so. I'm gonna lay down again with some ACNH myself. Holler if you need anything. Will do, Rosie. Have fun. Just rolling into bells. My other town, it's really funny because I'm used to this town where I can just go to my bank and grab however many things I need, right? But in my other town, it's just like, I don't have anything. I'm not used to this. It's been fun though. Presents a bit of a challenge. Made from the money I earned from your first job. That's really awesome. My goodness. I know. I don't know if you've played some of the older Animal Crossing games. I know some people argue that this isn't as good as the older ones or whatever, but I've really enjoyed this game a lot. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so 2 of the villager houses. Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome on in, friend. 2 of them are actually right here. I was using these as place markers, so we'll probably have boots like up here somewhere. And I really hope there's enough room. It's kind of a squeeze. I didn't think they'd let me put it right on the edge of a cliff. I don't really want to, but it's an option. It's not one I want to use, but one on one of your friends 3DS. Oh, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome on in, friends. Yeah, we'll have a little bit of room around here. Okay, you know what? Before I actually place this down, just because I put down that bridge and then I decided to move it. Do that to villagers you really hate? Oh no. I could probably bring this down quite a bit more. Because if we bring up our map again. Yeah, it's equal with the other side, so I can bring this down by like a massive amount. Keep the signs in random spots. Yes, I will. I will absolutely be doing that, and I am so excited for it. The first time I saw those signs, it's actually one of the first things I thought of. I was just like, you know, this is exactly what I want to do. There we go. Okay. Do a little bit of terraforming here. So this could also come down a decent amount. It doesn't have to come down like a lot, but we'll do one of these. Working on that story, I made it to page 10, and I'm nowhere near done. I feel like I'm over-explaining, and I don't think I am. I wouldn't worry too much about that at the moment. I'm not really a writer. In fact, I'd never say I was a writer at all, but you know, first drafts and stuff like that, they're going to be wordy, they're going to be not as fleshed out or over fleshed out in certain cases. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Just write to your heart's content and then worry about all that after, is what I'd say. Hey Cat Moon, how are you doing? Welcome on in. I hope your day's going well. Okay. Yeah, I just, like, this is where the stairs were gonna be, but really I don't need them necessarily right there. I can have a little bit more wiggle room here. Emperor Togepi, hello, how's it going? Go. Okay. Yeah, we could probably bring this down a couple more here. And then we'll kind of, like, you know, of course we're gonna round it off, make it look a little bit more natural. Go. Something like that. And we'll bring this, oh, okay. We'll bring this down. Oh, I do have peaches, good. But yeah, I can't remember if I mentioned it earlier. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but yesterday during the podcast, I was talking with Rosie about playing Persona, in particular Persona 4 on Steam, and I've owned it since it came out, but the issue for me personally was just the motion blur. There's like this awful motion blur that is pretty much everywhere. Play it. And when it first came out, there's no option to turn it off. There's no Rosie. There's no, like, you know, there's nothing. But I've looked it up, and apparently the modding community has done their thing, and there's now a big mod manager and stuff for it, and you can turn off motion blur in there, and I'm just like, yes. Finally. I'm really picky on stuff like that, let's put it that way. Painting my nails, haven't done that in years. I had a stream of yours on my TV, and my mom had never seen your content on TV. Trying to see what you look like. I said you have a calming voice. Oh, thank you so very much. Oh, that makes me feel so nice. All right, thank you. Enjoy your dinner. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much. My goodness, you guys are being far too nice today. Motion blur gets you a headache. Yeah, same here. It, just like my eyes can't focus on it, and it just bothers me. So, I'm really hoping that the fix helps with that so I can actually play through it, because I've wanted to play through it for a very long time now. I think I finally have the chance. Okay, so if I was making it even, I'd be bringing it down to like here, but honestly, not that fast. We don't need it down that low. We can bring it down like a little bit extra just for some shape, but we don't need anything fancy. We over major plot points, so it's good to explain things in detail. It's just strange to me, and I think it's just because I don't want this document to be 5 billion being sarcastic pages long. Yes, I definitely understand that. There we go. And eventually I'll go around and do this to the rest of the cliffs, because like obviously this looks a little bit flat, but we'll fix it soon. I just wish this wasn't here. Last night during the podcast, I was explaining who you are and Rosie to my dad because he heard me mention things before, but now he's able to put a face to a name. That's really cool. Showing Rosie stickers and and business card. Do you find a solution to your bush situation? I haven't yet. I haven't yet, unfortunately. Hey, Flatista, how are you doing? Wait. Kim, did I just totally miss that? Thank you. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on what I was saying. Oh my goodness, thank you. I really do appreciate that. I'll spend that tomorrow morning because your girl's gonna need it. Thank you. Oh, geez. I don't... For some reason, I didn't... Did you guys hear any sound with that? As long as you guys heard the sound. Because I didn't. Unfortunately, that's still an issue, I guess. Okay. If you guys heard the sound, I'm not upset. Good. Thank you. Oh, jeez. Okay, I think the stairs are actually kind of low-key going back where they were, but don't worry about it. I actually gotta make this one wider here. So this corner can be rounded. There we go. And the area we're trying to recreate here, if you guys would like to see, is a little bit of a wonky area. It's something that I can't really do too easily. But that's the one. That's what we're trying to do. So this will be the ramp coming down. Unfortunately, I can't, like, you know, make a turn that easily here, although I could fill this in a bit. Have it be a bit more of a narrow kind of turn. That might be an idea. Oh my goodness, so the temptation for Starbucks is very real. Miss this type of ramps. I think the stairs are a bit boring. Yeah, same here. And to be honest as well, I'd love to have just a natural grass ramp. I know we have the grass one, but it has like stones, I think, on it. I kind of just want, you know, nice plain grass. go. So something give or take like this. Try to replicate the area as best we can. I think that'll be fine. Blue Hour, hello, how's it going? I finally sold my turnips. There were 2 people in Animal Crossing Reddit that were selling at very high price. The first was 606 and didn't allow second tips. So I just told myself I would sell it to my Nooks today. Because I'd be making profit anyway, but then the other person at 647 contacted me. Oh my goodness. Look at you go. Getting them bells. Gonna be back in office soon, so I might be treating myself to a beverage too since there's a Starbucks. Oh, near your office? That's always really tempting, I know. Okay, so I think what this means is we can move this down just a smidge. Let me look at the map again. Yeah, so Boots is gonna be pretty close. Oh, Insightful Spot, thank you so very much for the raid. Welcome on in. How was your stream today? And Boots is gonna be a little bit more up in this kind of area here. So it's give or take pretty much the same as before, it's just a little bit more space. Oh god, nope. How was Dead by Daylight today? Welcome on in. Oh, and thank you so very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Okay. I think this is give or take an okay spot. Oh, you're playing Killer in Dead by Daylight? Very nice. I hope you had a good time. I've only played Killer once and it was I was not very good at it. There we go. Random Gamer, hello. How's it going? Stream's going really well. Stream's going really well. We've been, we only really just started, to be honest. I went live a bit late today. And we have been playing, ACNH. Just working on our GameCube themed town. Taking it nice and easy. I think that other side doesn't have as many spaces as it should. It's a bit hard to tell sometimes. Might found great designs. No bushes yet, but for other population growing things. Ooh. If you want to send them my way, feel free. Because at the moment, this is the bush situation. That's as good as it's gonna get. If I don't have a design for it, so. It's something. It's something, alright. Okay, well let me take a quick look. Because I haven't played in our Animal Crossing GameCube town in like a hot minute, I'm kind of forgetting where all the bushes and all the designs are, so I'm going to be like using these as much reference as we can get. So for example, you can see there's like a dirt patch right outside Nook and Go, so. Switch to figure out this designer code, like which, oh, exact designs they have, yeah. Oh, Fauna, you are in my way, girl. Are you gonna sweep that bug? She was like, she was trying to figure out if she should or not. Octavia's moving in where Agnes was. Now I have 2 octopi. Very nice. Oh, goodness me. Nope. Okay, so, next up, I guess, as a reference to that, we'll probably just have, like, a circle design over here somewhere, maybe? Fauna's house might cut off part of it right now, but that's okay. Okay, here we go. So, we'll start here, then go down. I always forget what side it goes to next. Oh, I got it right. There we go. Oh, Fauna's house isn't gonna cut it off, actually. Never mind me. Ooh. Does it go here? Nope. Okay, well I oh. That's really sad. I nearly got it all right. I was off by 2. Did a name change this morning? I honestly have no idea. Unless you tell me, I'm never gonna know. There we go. And we're gonna have just like lots of those little like dirt patches. All around town, trying to make it look a little bit more authentic, maybe. Was it a tiny lapis? There you go. I'm sorry, I'm horrible at guessing stuff like that. Okay, let me take a look at my other reference pictures here. What else do we got? So we've done the dump area. Oh, we could do right here, because this area is already kind of finished. I thought so, but I was a bit nervous to say it and be wrong. So, right over this way. See, the unfortunate thing is I don't have a design that like weaves like that. It's just circles, that's all I got. So we're gonna try our best with 2 circles. Pretty much, long story short. Oh, actually, I guess it is pretty closely edged there, isn't it? I think that there are actual designs that do weave around the way I'm thinking, though. Look at me getting it right. This brings back memories of New Leaf, where you'd like put down the designs and they had to be in a certain order and stuff like that. There we go. Did you find a bush design? Sandra, are you my savior right now? Because low-key you might be. Weeds and sand art I found on the design portal and put them around my beaches so they look much better. Yeah, that's really cute. I always think the beaches end up looking a little bit empty, so that's always really nice. There we go. So this is kind of the gist of what we're going for. It might look a little bit weird with all of these so close together, mind you, but... Samantha, thank you so very much for the 16-month resong. Resong? Resub. I was thinking I can hear the song. Oh, it's one of those days. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Samantha, how are you doing today? Sandra, is that it? Give me just a second here. Let me copy that down. And let's go take a look. Thank you. I tried looking around online. I couldn't really find any that worked. Or looked the way I wanted them to, so... Wait. Apparently reached the dizziness phase of lowering energy of breast and dose. So that's fun. Oh, Rebecca, I'm sorry about that. Oh wait, I don't need to go here. I'm always so used to doing this. For all the resongs today, yes. I can just do it in here. I always forget. Look up, you sent a different code. The one that starts with yeah. The 46541. Although the most recent one you sent is missing a number on the end, I think. Maybe. Okay. So that is the right one then. I always feel like my controller's drifting in here. It's all good, don't worry about it. You're absolutely saving me right now from having a weird bush situation, so. So it's 3642. Okay, let me add that in. Save. Thank you. Oh, they, oh. Oh, this person has train tracks too. Hello? Oh my goodness. Oh, they have the box. Who is this person? Shark? Can we? Oh my god. Okay, where is this shark person? And I need to, where's the screenshot button? There we go. This is a beautiful thing. Thank you so much, Sandra. Thank you. I have bushes, you guys. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Oh, you have no idea. I have no idea how I'm gonna put these down. These look really complicated for some reason, but we'll figure it out. Past week if I couldn't find their code, you randomly just found it. That's so awesome. Okay, let's go in order, shall we? Talk out again. We didn't get a walk this afternoon and we got soaked. Oh no. Just saw it on Reddit. So of course I will add in this person's designs. Oh, we're running out of design space. Time to start getting rid of our Stardew stuff, I guess. I really don't want to because I like our Stardew stuff, but we're done using it. All the codes, all the designs, if you guys would like the design codes for all these, the Stardew stuff. If you go back to the videos where we were doing the Stardew theme, it will always be in the description there, so just for anyone who would like it, you know, it's there. Is this meant to go around the... Oh my god, okay. Here's me just fangirling over designs and bushes, but you know, they're so nice. I don't even know what these are for, but they're so pretty. I think that one I just put down is in the wrong spot though. How do you get the kiosk on your Nook phone? That's a really good question. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember. I think you need to like buy maybe a certain amount from the Able Sisters? Or is it with Nook Miles? I actually have no idea. I've had it for so long and I always forget that I have it and it just becomes a situation. Oh, unless these are all meant to be like a circle. That's possible. Because like I think these are for like the bigger bush situations, which I don't really have. As far as I know. Oh, these are so cute. Oh my goodness. And then the notice sign, so I can have this for all the different villager areas. Oh my goodness, I am a happy, happy person right now. And then there's the town map. That's so cute. I really want to use these, but I'm not too sure if I want to do that right now. Like one thing at a time, you know? Although I will have gyroids. Oh my god. They even have the original flowers. This makes me the happiest being in the world. Great photo the creator used to show it off. I'm gonna send it to your Horizons channel. Yeah, please feel free. Okay, this is like the bush, like the test bush pretty much. And I'll show you guys what it's meant to look like. There you go. And I think this will sort it out much better than the situation or the solution we had come up with. Cat Moon, enjoy your lurk. Okay, let me see if I saved this right. Hopefully I did. I think it's only a 4 wide one, or like 4 spaces. I don't think this one's part of it, but let's see. Is that it, do you think? Or do you think there's a middle piece I missed? Yeah, we tried to use the green leaf piles. It didn't really work all that well, unfortunately. Oh my goodness. Yes! Oh thank goodness. Use the cats for the trophies you get. Oh, when you pay off your house, yeah. Underrated. I remember the days where if you want a pack, you have to copy it pixel for pixel. Yep. Yeah, it's really nice. There are green leaf piles. Yeah, we made some. But they weren't really exactly what we wanted here, so I should probably actually move this closer to the station here. So it'll be like right here. go, and we got... Oh my goodness. Do you know how much of a relief this is? I've been so concerned about that because it's such a distinctive look that isn't really in the other games. Exactly. It's a little bit flat looking, but I feel like, you know, from the right angles, it does look really, really good. I am a happy camper at the moment. I am such a happy camper. Okay. Let's take a look. What other areas can we throw bushes at? Because now I have a need to throw them like everywhere. There is one up by Nook's Cranny that we can put down. Just right up in this general area, let's say. Okay, that might be a little bit of an awkward spot. There we go. Oh, Rosie, I forgot to tell you. Actually, chat in general. Rosie's been trying to get Mike and I to watch Gurren Lagann. Or Gurren Lagann, I think they were saying. For a while, and we watched, I think, like, what, 4 episodes yesterday, maybe? Yeah, it was funny. There was mechs with faces, and I started giggling. It was not... It wasn't the best situation, but it was really funny. So... Let's see, where else do we have bushes that are, like, really easy to spot? There we go, there's another one. So happy, take that, Mike. I mean, to be fair, he's the one who suggested watching it, so... Oh, this is one of the... Bob? You're a little bit early. Just by a smidge, though. A little bit early. So up by the bridge here is a bigger one, but then again, this is where the, we don't have a lot of room for the post office. This is the post office at the moment. I really don't know how I want to do it though, still. Maybe we'll leave this spot. This is like a big project I don't really want to think about just yet. Ooh, we can put one up there. That's pretty easy to do. But he has to know I'm taking credit. He likes it or not, yep. See now, okay, maybe I should download all the other designs, but I feel like that's gonna be so many grass patches. When you're dressed up in a vampire suit. I mean, listen, I was forced to do this. I don't think Bob was forced to wear the Santa hat, as far as we know. As far as we know. Hey Michino, how are you doing today? I should have favorited that person. Gosh darn it, it's okay. I still have the code written down here. And then we're doing 3, 6, 4, 2. Got a hair salon appointment. I'll be cutting my hair to see if I trust them with my hair. But I'm glad I finally did it. I really hope that it all goes well, Rosie. See, like, there's so many here. I'm a little bit intimidated by this, not gonna lie. I don't know. I guess we'll just download them and figure it out. And I'll reorganize these too, because I do know you can do that now. Remember when you guys had to tell me that and I'm like, wait, what? Really? Had no idea. But you know, I'm pretty good today. I'm pretty good today. I'm a little bit tired. Feeling a little bit off, but that's all good. Just taking it nice and easy. It just kind of looks like my design slots are being filled by broccoli. The bush ones I think are pretty much similar to the dirt ones. Yeah, that just had like mid-sections to them. And then there's Diagonal L. Did I already download this one? Thank you, hopefully. Twitch just temporarily died and scared me. Uh-oh. Twitch, don't you dare. Okay, we'll put this one over here. Okay. Oh, did I download the box, right? I think I did. I am so excited about the box. I could use a cushion as the oh, wait. Brainwave. Hello. We're gonna use a cushion as the box. It might not look right, but you can sit on it at least. Before I forget, because I will. I don't have any custom... No, I don't. Okay. Okay, I always forget where exactly these are in your storage. There they are. They're like in a weird place between like the wood and like the other stuff. Box's little stairs. I never understood why the stairs were so small. Oh, that's so cute though. That's really cute. Maybe that's a good question of the day. Did you guys have any like misconceptions or misunderstandings in games that you realize later on it's like, oh yeah, no, it definitely wasn't meant to be that, or maybe you just like you didn't understand the game? I meant to look for a cushion too. If I have any, actually, that's a thing to think about. If you guys see any cushions, let me know, okay? Oh, found one. Found a couple, actually. I know when the very first time I played A Wonderful Life, I think I got a little bit lost and I didn't understand what was my farmland and what wasn't. And I was scared to go near Vesta's farm because I thought she was gonna like try to kick me off. I don't know where I got that idea from. Oh really, Sandra? That's funny. Oh, well, no, not crafting, sorry. This one. Oh, did I not save it? Seriously, me? I didn't save. I'm the worst. Hey, Fudge, how's it going? How about this? We can do this one, can't we? And this. There we go. Convinced that Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn were in Fire Red Leaf Period and he had to go through Kanto to get to Johto and so forth. No idea where that rumor came from. I mean, that's adorable though. Of all my loans. Nice, very nice. So now this sign, for example, is going to look like that. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. I still didn't save that guy's designs, I don't think. Don't actually remember how you save someone. Or favorite someone? Does anyone know how you do that? Just got out of the shower. Is it just press X? Okay. Thinking about what game you should play. Ooh. Open a design they made. Oh, okay. See, I was looking at it like in the main menu, I think, and that's maybe why I was a bit confused. Like where it shows all their designs. Convinced that Espeon and Umbreon evolved with the Sun and Moonstone respectively in Gen 2 and thought my game was broken. Oh! favorite. There we go. Okay, here's the box. And we're gonna do... I guess I probably shouldn't go over the flag. Let's go anything else. Is there anything else in here that I want right now? I could have the town map, but I kind of like the billboard sort of situation we have going on. I could also get like all these paths and stuff, which look fantastic, might I add, but it's a little bit of work right now. I could do that off stream. It is, Kirsty, it is. Have more sense than Game Freak about it. Okay, there we go. That should be better. I keep going into crafting, I'm sorry. Just a habit. I'm not used to customizing things. Nope, not that one. This one. There we go. Nice, Rosie, I'm glad that you actually got it backed up this time. That's great. And I can actually do this one while we're here. There we go. This is really cool. And like, yeah, this isn't the right size. I mean, the size actually isn't that bad, but like shape for the box, but you can sit on it. I think that's pretty cool. And then the gyroid design, I can actually, ooh, can I put down a design here? Let's see. Can I put it one up? Yes, I can. There we go. Okay. How crazy is that? It's so weird to think that gyroids aren't like really a thing in this one. Oh, I got a mini fridge. Nice. I will take that. Yeah, Kirsty, although to be fair, if you're someone like me who's constantly like redesigning things all the time, it's actually really nice. Just so that you can like, you know, have lots of different options. Don't need to pay for it. There we go. Alright, good. Want a mini fridge for my desk IRL. Same here, but I've been told, I think it was Sugar Mama McNasty who was saying it, that if you're getting a mini fridge, it takes up pretty much the same amount of power as a proper fridge, so you may as well just have a proper fridge right beside you. Okay. I think the next thing I want to take a look at here, although I guess we're moving boots, so we can't move another one, but we can at least get the area plotted out for the Able Sisters. Get a cooler, fill it with Pepsi. And ice, yes. So the Able Sisters are kind of... I think this spot would actually be really nice. Kind of in this area. Right along the beach, they always are. And I think that'll look decent enough. Do I still have my squares to plot out space? Why do I not have my squares anymore? I feel like I need that. I'm gonna make one really quick. I have, like, something I normally do. Oh, that's not gonna be all of it. Okay, fill all? There we go. keep editing, where I like to have an outline on the ground for where I'm going to be putting stuff. So this will be helpful. And it like lets you guys kind of visualize what I'm going on about, because sometimes it's not the easiest thing to figure out. It's a design pattern, that's all it is. There we go. How big is the Able Sisters again? One, two, three, four, five across? Am I seeing that right? One, two, yeah, 5 across. And like what, 3 back? 1, 2, yeah, looks like it's 3 back. Oh dear, no. And then we put these ones over here. Give or take, and if it doesn't fit exactly, that's okay. Oh, Rod, you gonna have a sit there, buddy? Oh dear. And there. Okay. So our Able Sisters looks like that. My character's looking real sassy in that picture. So we can also put down designs here. Just like outside Nook's Cranny, just little designs. I hear another balloon. Oh, whoops. Oh, just one science. Oh. I think my Amazon package just came in. I ordered a new ring light for stream, just a little small one for around my camera area, so hopefully that's nice. And I also have a set of blue nail polish coming in, because I figured I don't have any blue nail polish, fun fact. I have like every other color but blue. Oh, wait a minute. This gets confusing. Let's do... Yeah, you know what? That's actually fine. Alright, no worries, Brandon. We'll see you later. Blasphemy, but now you do, exactly. Blue's my favorite color. You'd think I'd have it, but for whatever reason I never did. Oh. Game, thank you. ACNH finally got rid of dirt patches and now we're putting them back in. It is really funny, isn't it? I feel like that was one of the first things I actually ever saw someone do was, like, want dirt. To what you're doing. Oh, but with the Wild World and City Folk dirt, yeah. Can see that. And then this. No. 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 Yes. we go. So the Able Sisters will go in here. I think that actually works out really well for them. It gives us a nice little bit of space here. Paid more than I needed for my credit card, so just bought a ton of stuff I needed on Amazon to bring it back to zero. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you enjoy all your new stuff. So this area is good. Let's take a look at what else we can work on. Hide extra items in their bushes and population growing since storage was so small. I had never heard of that. To be fair, I had actually never heard of that before. That's actually really funny. It's a neat idea, actually, but nope, hadn't heard of it. So I just realized this next area over here, that's actually kind of close to the dump. I don't know if we'll have space, but having a pond there would be nice. Hey Silver Palm, how are you doing today? Welcome on in. I have a weird feeling we're not gonna have enough room. Yeah, I didn't leave a lot of room here. To be fair, I should probably move the dump over, like, quite a lot. So let's do that, I guess. I think that's the hardest thing about this is, like, I'm not trying to, like, one-to-one recreate my map, but I am trying to have it looking, you know, it resembles it, obviously. And the spacing is just really weird. There we go. Come over from high school for brunch. Met his wife for the first time, aside from the reception, so that was really fun. That's really nice. Hi Breezy, how are you doing today? Welcome on in. So I've been playing this game for ages. I'm still learning new tricks. That's my favorite thing about Animal Crossing GameCube is I feel like I'm constantly learning new things about it. I'm doing pretty good. I'm just super warm right now, unfortunately. Okay, so it'll be like down here, give or take. I'm not the best at making rivers or ponds, so I'm deciding to eat something after I've been awake for about 3 hours. I hope that you enjoy your food. What do you got? I ate before stream and I'm hungry again. Alrighty, making cliff walls like how population grow ahead. Yeah, trying to. I think on the other side I'm gonna have to rework it because it doesn't look like I'm gonna have the room I want to do so, but there we go. This is kind of what we're going for here. And we will redo the dump. Okay, yes. So like right in between here, actually, I think we have plenty of space, to be honest. So let's do from like here, maybe. Hey Jade, how are you doing today? Welcome on in. Oh wait, no, it's not that one, is it? It's this one, and then this one, and then that one. But yeah, this is another situation where, like, in the future, I might just go ahead and get... Oh, what? Excuse me? I might just go ahead and get, proper designs for these, so, like, I can have that shape of dirt patch, but at the moment it sounds like a lot of work. I feel like this one's too far over. I feel like it's not exactly where I want it to be, because I don't want the edge of the dump to be that close. Okay, can I put a corner piece right here? Will it let me? No, that's like as good as we're gonna get. Alright, whatever, it's fine. It's fine. So we're redoing our dump area right now, actually. We're trying to recreate Animal Crossing GameCube. Our Animal Crossing GameCube town, in ACNH. And we found some awesome designs for it, but it's like the spacing that's kind of tripping me up right now and like making it as even as possible, but also like not. And kind of like navigating all the different sizing of stuff in this game. It's been fun though, to be honest. It has been a lot of fun. It's different than any of the other like layouts I've done before. Because like we've done a Stardew themed town now. We've done a Story of Seasons theme. But this one's different. That's enough fencing. I'm trying to make it the same size as it was before as well. There we go, and this should be the last piece if I did it right, which I did. There we go. Nice. Oh, okay, that's as far back as it's going. Cool. There we go. So there is the dump, recreated with the bush next door, which is, or the pond, sorry, not the bush, which is, I think, pretty good looking. Let's see, what other areas can we tidy? I think the big project is gonna be the town tree area. What's up, Rosie? I read that, and then I got to your Tamagotchi, and I'm like, okay, never mind. It's not, like, as scary as I thought it was, but that's still pretty, just, like, you know, it's intense, you know? I don't remember Tamagotchis being that, crazy. So this river here actually has a dip downwards. We could sort that out. Found a way to zoom my Tamagotchi. He's not a sumo apparently. It's supposed to be a diamond. Oh. Well, at least you figured that out. Gonna make lunch. Enjoy your lunch. No, see, I need it more down, I guess. like that, maybe. And that means this river down here is gonna have to come out a bit, but that's okay. Something like this, maybe. And the thing is, you guys, my rivers... Bob, are you seriously... Buddy? Listen, alright? You're gonna have to move. He's like, make me. Go on. Shoo, bud. Let's go ahead and like make this curve upwards here. Oh, and you do a little water. Okay, you are forgiven. Got the first game. Sorry, a game in the first Animal Crossing, but now it's not reading the disc. Ooh. Is it just like saying it can't read the disc, or is it just like not booting? Bob. Seriously, buddy. Yeah, so this one's all right here. But I guess up here we're actually gonna have a design. Oh, no. Seriously? There we go. And these. Hey, Switcher, how are you doing today? Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good one. If you or anyone else are just joining us, we're just having a super chill day working on LilyBelle. Trying to recreate Animal Crossing GameCube to the best of our abilities. Which, I don't have many abilities, but I'm trying my best. It's been very calming today, to be honest. Just super low-key. There we go. That might actually be a little bit too close to where the bridge is gonna be. Say it can't read the disc. I'd say try like making sure everything with the disc is clean on the inside of the GameCube as well. Maybe try unplugging and replugging back in. I don't really know much else other than that. That's usually what I end up doing. Hopefully the game, like itself, isn't too scratched on the back. No, I had it right the first time. I second guessed myself. There we go. Also, you guys, I need dinner suggestions for tonight because I'm honestly not sure what we should have. Like, zero idea. Bob, come on. Okay. He's like, no, look, I'm working out, I promise. So, this area is good. Let's see where else we can put this. Ooh, we could put a lighthouse down. That's pretty easy to do. I know exactly where that's going as well. Although that area is going to be a little bit janky, to be honest, unfortunately. Just because we can't, like, terraform too much around the, Ooh. Wow. That's really nice. We can't terraform the land too much around the beach. Making fried rice. Oh, that sounds amazing. Chicken fettuccine alfredo. That sounds really good, too. I think I'm craving, like, pasta or cheese in general. Alright. Now, I know I have a lighthouse somewhere in here. If I picked it up, I can't remember if I did, but I'm pretty sure I did. Some cheese curds. I've been nomming on them all day. Oh, oh, I'm very jealous. I would love to nom on some of those right now. Did I not bring my lighthouse in? These are all smaller items. This is weird. Did I leave it over here? There it is. It's not exactly the same, unfortunately, but I can always trade for a different one later. Also, you're not meant to still be here, friend. Trade fossils and cheese curds. Took a nap and woke up to a call from my mom saying she's picking stuff up from the Brazilian bakery and asking if I wanted to try anything. Yes, Kim, enjoy it. But yeah, no, I'm kind of in the same boat. It's super warm in here, so the idea of standing over an oven or a stove is not very appealing. Okay, so tomorrow this will be moved. Oh, I'm stuck on something. There we go. And oh, this is awkward. This is where the lighthouse is going. Oh dear, I don't think it's gonna actually sit in here right now. Oh, well, you know what? Not mad. Not bad. This is gonna have to go eventually. Let me think, what else do we have? So there's also the dock on the beach, and theoretically that would actually be like right here. But the good news is our dock is right here, so we're just gonna call this Gaston. Are you wearing glasses, baby? Look at how cute he is. Look at that sweet face. I guess the next thing we could also do is lay out where the museum is gonna go. Because the museum's kind of already in a decent-ish place, but not quite exactly where we want it. Stream in the afternoons. I haven't had any nap opportunities. Yeah, on weekdays lately, yes. Did all the backups I needed. Do you recommend me to do something else before I actually proceed to the factory reset? Ooh, let me ask Mike. Michael, if Rosie's factory resetting her PC and she's backed up everything she needs, is there anything else she should do before she continues? He says not that he knows of. Okay, let's take a look at the map. So our museum is actually kind of tucked way up in here. So I think we'll use give or take around the spot. I'm so scared. I really hope it goes well, girl. Let me know. I know you can't like talk on Discord through your computer, but if you need to like talk over it later, let me know. I pressed the B button by accident. There we go. 2 backups just to make sure that's a mood. Okay, how big is the museum? I feel like it's 7 by like 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no, it's 7. Sounds good, Rosie. So 1, 2, 3, yeah, and 4. Okay, so 7 by 4 for the museum. And we're gonna be putting it probably right in this general vicinity. Right over here somewhere. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll go over this way more maybe. Well, you know what though? No, actually I want a cliff on this side, so I have to plan for that. Initially, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D, so I could download Mario Tennis Open. However, I created save data backup, but I don't think I was concentrating. I just looked it up if it deletes your data, and it does. Oh no, Switcher, I'm sorry about that. That's honestly the worst thing to hear. It's the only thing with, like, you know, save data that's... I don't know, I wouldn't even say saved online. It's not saved directly to, like, the cartridge, right? So... Okay, so then that's gonna be that. So then next down here by a little bit is gonna be where the town tree situation is gonna go. So I actually saw, and maybe it's not possible anymore, I saved it, I probably won't be able to find it, but I saw someone who did this massive tree sort of situation. And I'm probably gonna copy the idea there for the town tree. If you don't know what the town tree looks like on original Animal Crossing, I don't really have a good picture of it because it's so large, but this is kind of what we're going to be trying to replicate. So it's a giant tree with a water fountain in front of it, and then a circular, like, path going all the way around. It might be a bit of an ordeal to make, though. So we'll say this is the center bit. And all the heart pieces, oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the follow, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. There we go, so the tree, give or take, I don't actually know how much space I need, and the fountain. I think. Am I giving myself enough room? Yeah, that should be plenty of room. I don't know if I really have the paths to do this, mind you, today, though. Like, I think having that other person's paths might actually work better for the circular area, because this isn't really exactly what we want. Although we can test it out, I guess. And this is just for science. This is gonna be, like, way too small for what we're doing, I think. Oh, yeah, we're gonna need to, like... I guess have some more space, because I really want this here. Go. So I'll put down the corner pieces so I know what I'm doing. Maybe we'll start there and we'll have better luck. Back on screen you can see the mare shorts peeking over. Oh! Yes. And then we do one of these over here. So, let me see here. If I continue this and, like, make it like a proper circular structure area thing. Welcome back, Sandra. Maybe this is a little bit too much space around the outside. Yeah, it's too much space, we'll just leave it. I was gonna do something like fancy and make it like proper circular, but debating on getting Luigi's Mansion game for spooky season, but I can't decide between OG Mansion and 3. Okay, so I'm so happy that you're doing that first off. Thank you so much for the follow, welcome on in. I love Luigi's Mansion to pieces. It's like legit one of my favorite Nintendo games ever. The original Luigi's Mansion, I feel like it has a certain charm to it. There's a very much a sense of, like, loneliness, and you're very much alone and isolated. You can come out and see Professor Egad or one of the Toads, but, like, they're few and far between sort of situations. I don't think anything will ever match the original mansion. It just is really nice. Luigi's Mansion 3, on the other hand, has a lot more humor to it. It has a lot more, you could argue, personality in the characters. More storytelling. It has a whole lot more content in terms of collectibles. So I guess it depends. Would you prefer the OG experience? And kind of seeing where it all began. Would you prefer 3, which has maybe a little bit more in terms of collecting, if that's your thing? I really still like the first one. I think I'm a little bit biased in that, though. The first one is my baby, and I love it to pieces. Whereas, like, the second is not so good. The third is a really good game, but it doesn't quite have that same atmosphere as the first one. Oh, whoopsie. And anyone else in here who has any opinion on it, please, feel free. I'm very passionate about Ouija. But yeah, Sandra, I haven't 100% decided. I was saying earlier, but I saw someone online who did this really big town tree sort of situation. I think they're mimicking the Leaf's town tree, maybe? And it involved multiple layers, and like I think they're putting trees on like the edges of cliffs. I don't know if you can actually still do that. And it looked really, really good. I'm gonna have to see if I can find it again. I saved it a very long time ago. It started. Best of luck, Rosie. Cruel, how are you doing today? Welcome on in. I hope your day's treating you well. Alright, you know what? This is kind of an important area. I may as well make it a bit bigger. Actually, maybe I shouldn't do it there. We'll just add in extras like this. Corner the reference backlit the stone. Looks like the western stone. Yes. I wasn't 100% sure if I wanted to go about it that way or if I was just gonna do like a fountain. I could do a fountain and that, to be honest, as well. But it definitely does look like it, doesn't it? There we go. No, that's annoying. Oh, wait a minute, that wasn't it at all, was it? Whoopsies. Sketching out my new island. I decided to try to actually draw it out to see how I'd like it before being able to terraform it. The name of the island is Kami Isle. Oh, Studio Ghibli themed? I love that idea. I know we have a couple of those bridges around town right now, and they're really awkward. They're just chilling. They're just living their best lives, and I'm not gonna ruin their moment, at least until like tomorrow maybe. Okay, so I think these are gonna need a little bit of extra space, if I'm thinking about this right. Oh god, okay, wait, no. You know what? I'll go about it this way. So now that this path is bigger, I think the center area is gonna have to be a bit bigger too. But that's definitely something we can kind of deal with. So, oh no. So we're gonna, no. Maybe? I was gonna just do like a turn down here sort of situation. Maybe? Okay, Walt's house. He's very much in the- oh, that's entirely the wrong stone. Walt's house is very much in the way right now. Yeah, except he's not in the plaza, yep. Hey, Crow, how's it going? I need this palate cleanser. After watching, oh, some true crime stuff. I've fallen down that rabbit hole many a time. I totally understand. Oh, is this not even then? No, I think that's... No, this side's not even. I messed something up there. Where is he in the GameCube version? He is up by the train tracks, actually. Oh no, it would be up here. Yes, it would be up here. Never mind me. I know what I'm doing. Kind of. Not really. Let's face facts. I have no idea what I'm doing. Got a white Mr. Freeze. That sounds amazing right now. Mike, what do you want for dinner? How do you call them again? Freezies. Ooh, burrito sounds yummy. Did he just say food? He said, I don't know. And then he suggested burritos, so we're good. We're good as long as I have suggestions. And burritos is a good suggestion, so I'm happy. And this space, and this space. There we go. I think that's everything. Guys, if you were to have a burrito right now, what's your go-to, like, toppings? If you like burritos, some people don't. That's all right if you don't. What's your go-to in a burrito? This took me a little bit too long to figure out, I'm sorry. But we finally got it. Lettuce, cheese, creamy habanero sauce, and fried chicken strips. Oh, yes. I get crispy chicken in mine, too. Really eat many burritos here. If you don't like burritos, that's okay. Christy, I don't know if he really has one, per se. At least not that I remember. Is a burrito the same thing as a tortilla? Burritos are wrap, like tortilla is the wrap of a burrito. Yeah, I think he's just a traveling musician who gained fame and popularity. There we go. Something about this seems a little bit wide on the sides, but the center looks all right. But do you break your burrito before cooking it? Answer what I like on a taco: chicken, lettuce, tomato, cheese, and the spicy ranch. Yes, spicy ranch. Usually not the into burritos, but breakfast burrito is usually the one that I crave if I'm craving one. Yep. Every time I eat a burrito, you just rather have shawarma. Shawarma's pretty good. Salsa sour cream, yeah. Just call them tortillas here then. There you go. It's interesting to find out. This part isn't sitting that well with me. To fly out? Well, I assume he makes a decent living off of his shows, right? I'm team soft tortilla, not hard shell taco. Same here. Don't like hard shell. So it's a little bit more square looking, but it was poking out a little bit too much, and I wasn't really digging it last time. I don't know if I want to change this area though. I feel like the back is okay. It was just the sides that were kind of getting to me. You know, I've been saying that Discord don't notify me some reason for days. Well, it just did. The sound scared you so much. My watch is taken to notifying me for every single Discord message. So it'll be quiet and you'll just hear my watch buzzing. It's a little bit obnoxious. Wait. Yes. Yes. 4 notifications at the same time. Oh, man. This for your island. It was so hard. Oh my goodness, Small how are you doing today though? Tell me about it though. I'm having trouble with just getting it looking nice and, you know, even and circular. But that's alright. So, for the meantime, do I have any trees on me? Alright, I don't. Fair. I want just a normal tree. I don't want like a fruit tree. Just, you know, to see how it looks. This won't be the exact thing in the end, but... I think it'd be cool in general if you could do a little bit more, like, friendship-wise with the NPCs of the game. I don't see them ever allowing you to do it, but it would be nice. Yeah, this tree's gonna be so tiny. Oh no, it's gonna look so silly. It's okay, it's trying its best. So eventually I will try to find that thing I was talking about to make really big looking trees, but... My head hurts. I surrender all the motivation you had for unpacking. I wish I could dig up a whole tree in one hit if I ate a piece of fruit. I remember in, oh geez, original Animal Crossing GameCube, I really liked to just have my villager eat. I thought it was like a funny noise and animation. And like, to think that today it actually helps you in some way or another. Didn't manage to pull it off. You don't have a GameCube save. Oh, but you did find a map to use. Yeah, I imagine, I feel like working for a map is the way to go. I definitely could, Dirty Paws. I think that's actually what that person who we were looking at their designs earlier was doing. I don't know if I want to do it that way though. I was thinking for the time being I might just like, oh, I only have one. Alright, never mind me. Just gonna like use these to like pad out the tree. We can blow away the dandelion pops. That was really cute, yeah. Can you imagine eating an orange or coconut, peeling all in like 5 seconds? Just straight up, the entire thing is gone. What do I need to make another tree standy? Wood and softwood. Yeah, Dirty Paws, that's what I was thinking as well. Yeah, doing different layers, I think. Coconut would be really disturbing to watch. Did I go right past it? No, I didn't. Oh, do I not have any saw? Oh, no, I do. Okay, we're good. No. There we go. I think the fun thing as well, if this works out, I have a feeling it won't, but if it does with the tree standees, is I can change it with the seasons, which is super nice, so. If I remember correctly at least. Which means we don't gotta worry about... Oh. Excuse me. Alright, you know what? Fine. We don't have to worry about the tree looking at a place in like fall or whatever. I don't know, talking about fall, that makes me kind of sad, I'm not gonna lie. It seems far too early for any of that. It doesn't really look all that great, but it does like expand out the tree a bit. Are one of those trees different than the other? Have I customized you? I don't remember customizing. Anyway, leaves don't match in the first place. Can I? No. I don't know why they're different. I mean, I only made one just now, so maybe I crafted one of these. Make a tree stand, you chop down at least 5 trees. It's a bit weird, isn't it? No, it doesn't say that it's been changed at all. Hey, how's it going? I hope you're having a good day. You know what? Really quickly, I'm gonna Google here and I'm gonna see if I can't find what I'm talking about. ACNH giant tree. So I can see people who have done like, I'm just looking at it. They've used like hedges and stuff to kind of hide what they've done, which looks really nice. I think I have an idea. I wouldn't be using an actual tree either. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, I need to like sort out my life. Give me a second. No, plant. Thank you. Think you found what I mean? Yeah, when I googled ACNH big tree, I was seeing lots of like what I think I remember seeing. It's messing with my brain. It's a little trippy, isn't it? If we're looking at the same thing. I seem to remember them using actual trees, but I think they were also using the glitch to have trees go on the edge of cliffs, and I don't know if I really want to do that, so we probably won't. Let's go make some more tree standees here. It just says tree standee. Just make a whole bunch of these. Yeah, seeing KK with people is pretty cute. And the next question, I don't think I was customizing them. Was I? Spring, yeah, so one of them was summer, the other one wasn't, so let's change them all to summer. And this was not what I wanted to do. That one was already summer. Skyward's so flat, isn't he? Like, the texture on him and, like, just the look reminds me of, like, anyone in here played, like, the old, like, Sims Bustin' Out or Sims Herbs in the City on, like, GBA. That's, like, what the texture reminds me of. It's not a bad thing, it's just kind of weird. Oh, wrong way. Alrighty, so take another look here, see what we can't do. So I think what this person has is actually really straightforward. They have one tree standee in front, which looks good. And then I think they have 2 off to the side, maybe? Looks like 2 off to the side. far back enough. There we go. So it's like, I don't know how they have all the wood back there though. Oh, I guess maybe there's more trees that are involved in this than it looks like there is. We found the one I'm looking at, yeah. And again, this is just like, you know, for science, we're testing. We might not actually go with this overall design. But I think, like, from the front, it's gonna look good. From anywhere else, it's not gonna look so great. But from the front, at least, it'll be decent. And then I think what they must have been doing is putting this back here, so it kind of looks like it blends in with the wood, if that makes sense. Yeah. Ooh, I don't know if this will actually work up here. Oh no, it does. I just need a little bit more space. I forgot I said that's a mood, honestly. I can be sitting here talking to you guys and someone will reply to what I said and I'll be like, wait, what? I feel like it looks really good from a certain angle and then not at all from other angles, but this is kind of the gist. I've seen some people who have done this with actual trees, but like you need a lot of space to do it. Thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Welcome on in. Yeah. And then you get to hear it, it just looks... maybe I'll go about this a different way. I don't know. And thank you for the follow as well. Welcome on in. If anyone is just joining us, we're working on our Animal Crossing GameCube themed town. Lemons, thank you. And it's been kind of like in the back of my mind that I really want to do this theme for a long time, but I just only recently got around to it, so it's kind of exciting. What was I here to grab again? Right, I wanted the tombstone, didn't I? It would have been nice to have gyroids all over the island though, right? Like, I didn't really use them at all. They kind of creep me out, but I could see people using them to like play along with the music and stuff. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Appreciate that, you guys. We're looking for the tombstone. See, I originally was thinking of using this, and I still might, to be honest. I might just change what it looks like. There's the other one. Two-toids and ACNH, where you can put the gyroids on stage for DJ KK. I tried getting all of them to be two-toids. That's amazing. Yeah, they're missed. It's kind of weird, the things that they took out. See, ooh, right, I always forget how large this item is. So like that kind of gets rid of the whole fountain aspect, although it does work for, there you go, what we're trying to copy. I think I have another idea, but I don't know if it'll actually work, so bear with. no, is this a 1.5? Don't do this to me. It's a 1.5. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Oops. I could put a drinking fountain. We could have a drinking fountain. It's not quite the same, but cursed item. Absolutely. The basic well, the one without a covering. Oh. Is that 1.52 though? One way to find out, I guess. Forgive me while I organize my life really quick. Okay, so my next idea was, if I can find it, I know I have them. Using one of these as the back, and then having something else going on in the front. But I don't know if it's a 1.5 item also. It might be. What was it? The basic well is 2x2. Yeah. Use the garden fossil figures. That would work well. Please organize my life too. I'm too busy napping to make things organized. That's a mood. Oh, okay, so it's not going to be here with what we want. I could, like, there's a simple well, but that you guys were saying that's too big of an item. This as well, I think it's gonna look a little bit wonky. I'll take one of these. Oh wait, garden faucets are something that you buy, right? They're not crafted, or am I wrong? Rosie, I'm glad that it's going away. 10th villager from my island. Oh, and you ran into Rod. I mean, Rod's the best boy. So happy to finally have him, and I've not played as much since I got him. After drinking 4 liters of water, the Mr. Freeze helped more. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, no, that's... See, like, it would work, but it'd be really big. Okay, good. This item is my Lord and Savior. It is not massive. So we can make do. See, from the back, I do really like how that turned out. I think I forgot to pick up the water fountain, didn't I? Did I have one? I'm pretty sure I've made one. Although the colors aren't really gonna match, right? Ooh, a bird bath item. I'm picturing one in my head, but I don't know if it's from this game. I know that sounds really weird, but... Is there a bird bath? I feel like I've seen one really recently. Fountain is customizable. I don't know about that stone, though. There's like a little bird bath. Was it in this game, though? Nope. Okay. There's the fountain, so we'll grab that. There is one, it's craftable. Okay. I figured I wasn't wrong. I would have had I made one. Maybe I haven't. 6 stones to craft the bird bath. Let's take a look. Uh-oh, do I not have it? Let me know if you guys see it, by the way. Chances are I might skip over it because it's me. And it's customizable. Yeah, that would be nice. I must have passed by it, right? Could also potentially use something like that. I've always liked that item, but I never knew how to use it. It's only one tile? Heck yes. Oh god, Easter stuff. Okay. I must have missed it. I've seen it. I'm just struggling to remember if it was in this town or my other town. Sad enough to say. Rosie, have fun. Enjoy. Oh, Serena, that's a thing. It could be on my other Switch. It's not the end of the world if that's the case, but it is a bit annoying. It's weird because I feel like I have all, like, most of the DIYs here. Went on to the grayish background. Yeah. This one would be kind of cool at night. Like, it would light up, maybe? I don't think I got it. Oh my god. From the Brazilian Breakers bomb. The heck, it's so dangerous to have that place down the road from me. That's a mood. But yeah, maybe a tall lantern sort of situation? Yeah, Sandra, I wouldn't mind. Apparently I don't have all the recipes. I know I must be missing some, but like I feel like that's a really basic one to be missing. One day I'll go through and sort out what I have in this island, what I don't. I really appreciate it, Sandra, thank you. Yeah, the drinking fountain, not the big one, yeah. Just because I'm thinking, you don't really see the spirit of the fountain very often. But... What's going on, Pepper? And then... You think I should use the Zen Stone? That's the one I had already, right? No, this is Stone Tablet. What's the Zen Stone? Oh, that might be a bit tall. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Zen... Stone? First pass was one of the first DIYs I ever got. You feel like I'd have it, right? Thank you for the follow as well. The fancy grave. Not that one then. Asian gravestone. Oh, have I gone past it? Okay, probably by this point. The stone bath? Or the outdoor bath? I feel like it'd be a bit too big for what we're doing. Do I not have this gravestone either? Apparently I'm missing DIYs and I didn't know about it. I feel like I never get any new ones on this account. Not the western one, right? Different one. I just don't have it. Okay, weird. See, I like the idea of this one, but I agree, it's a bit tall. No, where did I... There we go. This one, let me see. Oh yeah, I recognize it. That one would actually work out really good. Because if you look at the reference, there's like that stone pillar sort of situation. Yeah, that one would be really good. I like that idea. Bird bath is mailed, thank you. Yeah, I might ask for that one just so that I can see if we like it with the bird bath, because I think the bird bath is like decided. Haven't even seen it yet, but I'm kind of liking it. Just because the idea of having like the rippling water, I think, because I think it actually ripples. Let's take a look. Bird bath, thank you. Okay, let's see. That's so weird. I honestly was like very comfortable in the fact that I had like most, if not all, the DIYs. Maybe not for all the seasonal stuff, but like most of it. But apparently, no, your girl is slacking and I don't have everything. I need to step up my game. Okay, so the water's not rippling, but I feel like that's like a little bit better, although I think the other stone, if I can, especially if I can change it to be the same dark color. Do you got everything? That's really cool. Does anyone else in here have all the DIYs, just out of curiosity? I'm sure plenty of people do. Can I be real sneaky and... Actually, wait, no, I need this back here. Don't I? Do I? Okay, I can't get rid of it, never mind. Fair enough. Lots of Celeste. Yeah, no, me too. I rarely log on at night, so... I think the most part, the most of the Celeste DIYs I have are just from, like, visiting the mods islands. When you're looking through yours, I just don't have the trash can. Oh, that I have, yeah. Oh. Look at my best boy. Having a good sit. Can I sit with you? There we go. It's been a while since we've had a good sit. Yeah, customizing the lighthouse would be nice. To be honest, I'd love the chance to like really slowly unlock different colors of those sort of Nook Mile stuff. Alright, bye Boots. That was a good sit. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Certain amount of time on the island, the store would sell all recipes. Yes, yeah. It'd be really nice if we, you know, you could eventually unlock them. I'm not saying right away or anything, but... Hey, how's it going? Alright, get ready for today. No worries, no worries. I should fill in this probably. I keep saying I'll sign on in between streams and like, you know, get rid of stairs and villager houses and stuff, but I've been a bit lazy. Of just Boots sitting. Oh, I'd be here for it. He's such a good boy. With a Korok leaf on the back of his head. If you guys didn't see that, once upon a time I offered Boots a Korok leaf. I think that's actually what they're called. I'm not positive on that though. In this game. And it's meant to be a mask. And I wasn't sure how he would wear it, so we gave it to him. And he promptly smacked it on the back of his head. And that was how he decided to wear a mask, and it was very funny. Don't have the DIYs, it's likely because you can't play during the times those recipes are available. Yeah. Definitely all the flower ones, but there's been some evenings spent on waiting for balloons. Yeah, with the seasonal stuff. It was like floating off the back of his head. It was a really funny thing. Rosie did a comic on it. It's one of my favorite things. Because it's absolutely exactly what happened. And just, you know, we love Boots. Oh my goodness, it is so warm here. Thank you, Mentalin, I appreciate it. Let's go see what we can do with it. thank you. Okay, so we got the stone. Yeah, so my mailbox is kind of there because it's meant to represent the post office at the moment, but that's not exactly going all that well. I have no idea what we're doing for the post office. That's not what I meant to do. So it comes and it's kind of like a white granite color. I can get darker, darker. Ooh. Okay, wait. Well, no, I'd probably be better off sticking with this one, I think. But I'm very tempted because I love it when things look like mossy and overgrown. But this will blend in with the fountain, I think, a bit better. Yeah, it's weird because I want to match the I want to match the original, but I also want to match the bird bath, and just it's a bit of an ordeal. I swear, if this is a 1.5 item, good, okay. I think you can also change the bird bath. How are we feeling about this? I kind of like that. Yeah. Good idea, Pepper, thank you. It's tall. It is tall, I will give it that, but that's not necessarily a really bad thing here. I think. Yeah. I am gonna see if I can't change the bird bath to a bit more of a gray color, but not gonna hold my breath on that one. I don't know if gray is one of them. Yeah, let's see. So we have natural, we have a red, we have a white, and we have a black. No, I think probably our best bet is just to stick with what we got. I think the white would be a little bit too bright and the black too dark, so it's just, you know, just stick with what we know. There we go. So that's kind of cool. Coming down from the back, it really doesn't look all that great, but when you get into the front, I feel like this is actually a pretty good spot. Pretty happy with how that turned out. I might try to go back here a bit and take a picture. Walt in his little shirt. Hydrate, thank you. I appreciate that. There we go. If you do both black, you think? I'm wondering if it would be a bit too dark. What do you guys think? But yeah, I think this area looks alright. Oh no, you're having to sit here too. Let me go see. Can I demolish a bridge? How much money do I have? Oh, right. I don't really have money. We could for science it, but I think I'm gonna need more of these. So. Just still had access to a creative mode island. It could definitely be super helpful. Nope, not that. Okay, this will be fine. I think for now it's alright. Yeah, I might go back and change that specific thing later, but for the time being, I'm kind of just chill with it. So, looking at that time, guys, I want to go ahead and go on a quick stretch break. I also really need to cool down the room because it is boiling. I'm also sitting in a sun patch, so give me about 10 minutes. I'll play some ads while I'm gone. I'll also play some stream moment videos for you guys. And when we get back, of course, we're going to be doing some more decorating around LilyBelle. So sit tight for that. Enjoy your break, and I'll see you guys all really soon.